Hello, my name is Arnold, and welcome to my YouTube channel Pawn to Pro, where we'll take you from beginner level chess to advanced level. Today we'll continue our series on basic chess concept, and we'll be going over openings. These are just basic moves on how to start a game, on how to start a chess game, and how to recognize openings. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Uh, Chess has a very rich vocabulary and a vast literature. So as we go through the openings, we'll be able to identify the names of these openings. These are just the basic. So let's dive right in. Throughout chess history, players have been studying various ways to start a chess game. There are hundreds of possibilities and variations on those possibilities, each affecting the outcome of the game. Experienced players eventually develop favorite moves, and many of these are called openings or opening books. These openings have names. In this tutorial, I will introduce you to several of the most popular openings. And as we continue our chess journey, we'll go in depth on these openings. Now let's try the first opening. Always starting a chess game is white to move first, and white move his pawn, his e pawn, two squares e4, and it's black turn to play, and black moves his c pawn to c5. This opening is called the Sicilian defense. Sicilian defense, e4, c5. So whenever you spot the opening of e4, c5, this is a Sicilian defense. It is characterized by white playing on e5 and black playing on c5. In this opening, pieces are not readily exchanged quickly because the pawns they are adjacent, so pieces are not exchanged very fast. This is one of the oldest and most popular opening system, and there are a number of continuing variations on it. Many players, including the famous American Bobby Fischer, play this opening. In contrast to the Sicilian defense, is another defense called the French defense. The opening moves in the French defense are e4 from white and e6 from black. This is the French defense, e4, e6. The lack of opening files in this position will result in fewer pieces being taken early in the game. This means it is considered to be a close position. This will be a close game, a close position. One of the disadvantages of this opening for black is that his light square bishop on c8 will have a hard time getting involved in this game or being able to develop the work the bishop on c8 for black. Another of the most popular opening is called Royal Lopez. I play this opening a lot. Royal Lopez or Spanish game. The moves of the Royal Lopez are e4 from white, e5 from black, and then white play knight to f3, attacking the e5 pawn, and then black defend the pawn by playing knight to c6, and then white play bishop to b5, attacking the defender. This is the Royal Lopez or Spanish game. I would prefer that you memorize the look of the bow in this position, and then you always be able to recognize the Royal Lopez opening. This is a Royal Lopez. The next opening we'll look at is called the King's Indian. King's Indian. The moves of the King's Indian openings are, now this time around, where we'll play the pawn in front of the queen. d4, and black will opt to play a pawn, then play a knight. Knight to f6. And white plays c4. Black plays g6. White plays knight to c3. And black played bishop to g7. This is a King's Indian defense. There are other variations of the Indian defenses as well. A lot of variation for this game. They are usually characterized by the development of the bishop towards the side. So white could place his bishop on g2 as well, or his bishop on b2, and black will place his bishop at b7 as well. When a bishop is placed at b2 or g2 or b7 or g7, we call the bishop or opening a fianchetto. So this bishop in fianchetto. Fianchetto, getting a bishop in one of these squares, we call it fianchetto. So when a bishop in one of these squares, g2, b2, g7, b7, your bishop is taking advantage of the long diagonals on the board. The last opening we'll look at is called Queen's Gambit. So white move d4. Well, let me explain what a gambit is. A gambit is, we'll study more about gambit. A gambit is an opening in which you plan to lose material in exchange for fast development for your pieces to take control. A gambit is an opening in which you plan to lose material in exchange for fast development of your pieces or to control the center. That's what a gambit is. So this, we are going to go over the Queen's Gambit. So white play d4, and black responds as d5. And then white plays c4. and black takes c4. This is the queen's gambit accepted. And black will find it difficult holding on to this pawn. And I will advise you not to hold on to it, but rather develop your pieces. In another version of the queen's gambit, black will opt to not accept the gambit. d4, d5, c4, and black will opt to not to accept the gambit but support his pawn with e6. And this is called queen's gambit decline. Queen's gambit decline. So these are just basic way on how to start a chess game. As we go on the course, we will study openings in depth. So let's go over what we just learned. We'll learn e4, c5. This is a Sicilian defense. We'll learn e4, e6, French defense. We'll learn e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5. Royal Lopez or the Spanish game, which I told you I played this opening a lot. And then we'll learn the King's Indian, d4, knight to f6, c4, g6, knight to c3, bishop to g7. King's Indian defense, and there are a lot of variation in this game. And then we did the Queen's Gambit accepted and declined. d4, d5, c4, d takes c4. Queen's Gambit accepted. d4, d5, c4, e6. Queen's Gambit decline. So let's go over some few drills on these basic chess openings. From which opening book is this position set up? Can you call this opening? You are correct. Royal Lopez. Royal Lopez. Which opening book result in this bow setup? Can you name the opening that result in this kind of bow setup? Yes, you are correct. French defense. French defense. Which opening books result in this bow setup? Can you name the opening in this bow setup? Queen's Gambit decline. Yes, that's it. Queen's Gambit decline. Which opening book result in this bow setup? Can you name the opening? Can you name the opening in this bow setup? Yes, you are correct. King's Indian defense. King's Indian defense. From which opening book is this bow setup? Can you name the opening? This is a Queen's Gambit accepted. Queen's Gambit accepted. From which opening book is this bow setup? Can you name the opening? You are right. The Sicilian defense. The Sicilian defense. Thanks for your time on these basic openings that we went through. We'll go in depth as we study openings in particular, specific openings in particular. Join me next time as we talk about algebraic notation in our series Basic Chess Concept. Like, subscribe, and share this video. See you next time.